Why do the rich commit tax frauds out of all people? Can't they easily afford them?
It's worth the risk. Saving $5 million in taxes with the risk of in reality a fine not prison, it's worth it. Compared to saving $20,000 with a risk of a fine that would financially ruin you for a long time and more likely prison, as you can't afford a decent defense attorney. Yes, they can afford it. But unfortunately, tax evasion, avoidance is made very easy for them, at least here in the UK anyway. There are many loopholes available to them that allow them not to pay their fair share. Sadly, us normal working folk have tax automatically deducted from our wages without a choice.
They generally do tax avoidance, legal, rather than tax evasion, illegal. We live in a capitalist society. That means that it is most beneficial to those who hold the capital.
It's a lot more money they'd be losing than most people. And very few things other than money matter to rich people. Some rich people are tight and won't give away what they can get away with. Probably why they are rich.
Greed.
Most fraud is actually people using legal loopholes to avoid, rather than evade, paying tax. I'm a Brit where a packet of Marlboro cigarettes cost nearly £14, 19 United States dollars. So I always stock up when I travel to France, which I do regularly, where the same packet costs me £9 equivalent. In simple terms, I'm deciding to decline paying a bit of tax to the UK government in favour of paying a bit less tax to the French government. Greed and the possibilities. That is what you get when your whole economic system revolves about getting as much money as possible. It's not tax fraud if they are using legal loopholes put in place by the crooks in Congress. That's by design to allow the richest people to pay very little tax. It's really simple. Our representatives don't really represent our interests. If they had this mindset, they probably wouldn't be rich in the first place. Yes, but to them it's not the same. I make $50K a year taxed like $5K. They make $10 mil, taxed like $1 mil. They don't care about percentage. They just see that final number and go, well, fuck that, I don't want to put in that much. This is my extremely simplified answer, ha. It's not tax fraud. Tax fraud could get you in a lot of trouble. What they do is used loopholes that were placed there by politicians, which I'm sure most politicians benefit from also.
Because they can.
When the largest expense you have every year is taxes, you look for vehicles to not pay as much tax. Some people get bad advice and make sketchy decisions which come out in an audit. Most rich people try to avoid, not evade. Pretty generalized statement. Define tax fraud and what supports your claim that rich commit tax fraud more than anyone. Remember that tax avoidance is absolutely legal and is a smart finance management strategy that also usually encourages investment, which is good for everyone. That's how you remain rich. The rich is incredibly vague. Are you asking why some specific wealthy individuals commit illegal tax fraud, or are you asking why people who are financially better off than you practice tax avoidance? The rich typically don't commit tax fraud. The risks are too high due to the penalties, interest, and possible jail time. Rich people got rich by making calculated decisions. Most of the time, tax fraud won't pay off in the long run. Now tax avoidance, or as it's called in the industry, tax efficiency. Now that's a whole other thing. Because greed is a hungry, bottomless pit that they spend the rest of their lives trying to fill. They are selfish bastards and don't give a shit about society.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.